Hello friends, good morning all of you. Today there is a slight change in our class that at 1 o'clock earlier we had our class, but today we are going to conduct it at 11 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock you can have the class of UHV. Okay, so that is, you just take note of it. All right, so I hope that all the people are fine, and let's try to just think that what we people were doing in previous session. People have just talked about verb, so I think that we people finished the verb. Okay, so next part we are going to continue here with it. And next part is going to be tense. So we are going to have a look in today's session about tense and their use. Okay, so without a delay I will share my screen, so all of you just ensure that you are able to listen me properly as well as you are able to see the screen. Okay, all right. So I hope that everything is fine. No one replied me, but I'm expecting that someone should reply yes, no, something.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's try to continue. I'm suffering from sore throat, so maybe in between you people may get disturbance. Sometimes that cough is also here. So let's see if we are able to continue with. Otherwise, we will close it. So voice is a little bit down today, but I'll try my best. So in today's session, what we are going to begin with, this is nothing but tense. Okay. So it is very important, first of all, to understand what tense means. So let's try to understand tense first of all. So this is a kind of timeline that people can consider. Okay. So timeline means that the continuous flow of time. It is not timeline that people have on Facebook wall or something like this. Okay. So if this is a timeline, you know that what we will take your today's date. Okay. And so all of you just keep yourself muted. Some people are just unmuting and some music and something. I'm able to listen it. Okay, so this is a particular point, and here we will take today's date. It can be 21st and maybe 1st of 2022, something like this. Is we are here. Okay. So you know that this counting started somewhere back in the sense that if we consider this is a 0 point, or from the birth of Jesus Christ, all we people know that this counting of days and months and years started. So somewhere it might be like this, or date which we people have today, somewhere it may be like this, that it can be like 1 0 0 0 1. So that this is the beginning of counting of the days and nights. So it is supposed with the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, so maybe before that also we have BC, before Christ we call it. And we can also think this timeline where it will go, even that we are not sure. Okay, so it may be continuous. You will be there, you'll not be there, I will be there, will not be there. So let's say assume that there will be one more point on this timeline that can be in the upcoming years. Right now it is 22. Okay, so it can be next let's say today's date only here, like this 21 1, and year can be let's say infinite. We cannot just gaze or assume it will be 2025, 2030, or it can be 3000 something, or it can be anything that people cannot even imagine. So from this timeline, what you people will understand, we people utilize or use time. Okay, so what we people do, we people utilize time. So you'll come to know that tense is nothing but it is time that we people utilize. So if you think that there are a number of things happening around us, if you observe closely what is happening around you right now, you're attending my class, maybe birds are flying in the sky, maybe people are coming and going, on the road there are vehicles coming and going, or maybe you have your own work you're completing your assignments, and there are so many activities which are going on. So those activities have reference of time. Okay, so we refer those activities with time, and that is called tense. And from this chart, we can come to conclusion that major three types of this time or tense that we people are going to derive here. That can be, so something which is gone, time that is gone, we can call it like time that is gone, that will be into the past. So activities which have completed in the past, and there is no any kind of impact on the present. In such case, that is into past. Okay, and if you come to know something that is happening right now, that is something happened maybe a few months ago, but still it has impact on the present, or right now we are just thinking of so many activities, their impact is there. In that case, that is going to be into present. And similarly, such activities will be there in the upcoming time also. So that upcoming time is nothing, but that is going to be future. Okay. So this is the concept of time that you people need to understand, that various activities or actions that has been taken place, or that had taken place, or that will take place based on that past, present, and future. These are three main types of tense. And how we refer these tense? To talk about the time of action. Time of action, when that particular activity is done, whether it was in the past, whether it was in the present, or whether it will be in the future. So similarly, in past, again, you people can get the classification, or there is another subtypes that you people can think of, and those subtypes you people are going to get. So that can be like this: simple past is there, then past continuous is there, past perfect is there, then past perfect continuous is there. Okay, same case you'll get about here also. In the present, you're going to have simple present, then present continuous, then present perfect, present perfect continuous. And here for future also, same classification that people will get, and that will be simple future, and there is going to be future continuous, and there is going to be future perfect, future perfect continuous. So these subtypes, again, people need to understand that here In simple past, we talk about the activities that has taken place sometimes before here, maybe probably here, okay? And there they describe that action took place only like this. Past continuous tells us that action started here and it was continuous. It was continuous. Past perfect speaks about here some particular action was completed. Okay, and past perfect continuous talks about here some action started and it was going on maybe up to this time and it was going on something like this. Okay, same case with simple present also. So whatever the things happening, maybe every day you're doing it, repeatedly you're doing it, those actions will come here into simple present tense. They may be appearing here on this timeline. Present continuous, it may be like that action started here and it is going on maybe up to right now at this moment also. Present perfect, you will come to know that actions started here and it was completed here. Okay, it started here and completed here, but it has impact still on the present tense. Okay, so therefore it is present perfect. And present perfect continuous says action started in the past here, action started here and it was going on right now also. At this moment also action is going on. For such things you are going to talk here present perfect continuous tense. The next here you have simple future. So simple future, just you plan something is going to happen here, maybe in the upcoming time. So it can be here also, it can be anywhere after present, that is into future. Okay, future continuous says action will start here and it will be continued here in the future, it will be continuous. For such things that will be.
Hello, sir. What
Yes.
you have written is on the chart. It's not clearly visible.
Is the screen visible or it is not clearly visible?
Screen is visible, sir, but what you are typing is not visible. It's on the overlapping. It's overlapping the chart.
So you're not able to see the types that I have mentioned here, all those types?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will share it once again. I will stop sharing this screen and I will share it once again.
Now visible, sir.
Now it is visible, but there is nothing on this whiteboard now. Everything is gone.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so here I was talking about the bifurcation or the subtypes of these major three types of tenses that we people consider. And you know that while communicating, what is important? If you know tenses, it becomes easier for you to express your thoughts and ideas. It is not only tenses, there are other parts of grammar also. But tenses are very important because most of the times you people are going to speak with the help of these tenses only. And if you know how to use, right now I'm not writing anything on the screen, okay? Just listen for some time and then we'll go back. Or I think that was not the thing. I have to share something else. Okay, all right. So people may be able to see this chart of tense. So that people will try to come to here. But you know that what happens with tense, many of the students, they're just learning with the structure. So what they do, they just learn the structure like subject is there, verb is there, object is there. So they make it perfect and they just try to be on the basis of that structure only. So rather than instead of structure, we should focus on use. So if it is simple present tense, we should think about when can we use simple present tense and what are the different forms that we people can consider here when we people are going to use simple present tense. So it should not be only structure, subject, V1 object, and one example, I eat an apple. So that may be for your understanding, but you need to go much more beyond this. So let's try to think about. So if you're clear with this, all three types of tense, past, future, present. So with this now we'll begin with present tense, and in present tense we have simple present tense. Okay. So before going structure also, I would like to ask you people that can we discuss where do we use this simple present tense? Where do we use it? For example, if you want to talk about habits, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So when you're talking about your habits, you can use simple present tense. When you're talking about your daily routines, habits and daily routines somewhat same, okay? When you're talking about repeated actions means some things that you're doing again and again frequently. So that can be into simple present tense. Again, you can think here of universal truth or general truth that people can call, which is always true. So some examples that we people will talk later on. So universal truth is always in simple present tense. Then you can also think of scientific rules. Scientific rules are always in present, simple present tense. Again, you will come to know proverbs, idioms, good thoughts. They are also mentioned in simple present tense. Then, can you add a few more points? When you want to just say, you want to talk, when we can use them. Remember here, you have to just understand daily routines. So what we do every day or regularly, so that comes here, and that if people have to just think of the into simple present tense. For example, you can just think of your daily routine. So can we generally discuss of students daily routine? What can be daily routine of a student? So here I will use personal pronoun I. So, I wake up at 6 o'clock, something like that. So that is into simple present tense. Okay. So I wake up at 6 o'clock. This becomes into simple present tense. We'll go to the structure at the end. Okay. First of all, we need to talk about how we use it. Or I go to bath, or I brush my teeth. You can just try to think of your own daily routines. I have my breakfast. You can think here. Then you can say like this: I read the newspaper. Okay. And then maybe imaginary. I play cricket with my friends. May not be every day, but maybe once, twice, thrice also. That will also come here in the simple present tense. Or you can just talk here, I attend all the lectures. So from this, you can get an idea. So what is here? So you just first of all try to understand tense is how do we identify tense based on what we people have studied? Verb. So people have to identify the verb and which verb form is used. Based on that only people need to understand that how you're going to identify the tense. So just tell me, I wake up at 6 o'clock, which is verb here in this sentence.
Wake.
So wake or wake up, that is verb. So based on that, you can just try to think what kind of verb form. So we have studied verb forms also. So tell me verb is in which form? Base form, first form, second form, third form.
First one.
Yes, that is into first form. Here also you'll come to know that I go to bath. So here I go. Go is again first form. Here is have. So here have May not be here.
Helping verb.
Helping verb is here, but you just need to understand that is again into simple present tense that you need to understand. I read. So read is a verb again, which is in first form. I play cricket. Play is again verb in first form. I attend all the lectures. Attend is again in the first form. So from this, we people can deduct, or we can go to the structure at the later on. So these can be our habits, or that can be our daily routines. Repeated actions. Here you can take example of repeated actions that I play cricket with my friends. So it may not be daily, but once in a week, twice in a week, sometimes thrice in a week, I play cricket with my friends. So that can be repeated actions. So here for universal truth, I think that you people might have come across with number of such universal truths. So can you tell me one example of universal truth? Or you don't know universal truth? Universal truth means something which is always true. That was true in the past, that is true right now, and that will be true in the future also. For example, the sun rises in the east. So these are the popular examples that we people usually come across with universal truth. The sun rises in the east, that is universal truth. Maybe since years and even today, and maybe in the coming years also, that is going to rise in the east. So that is universal truth. The earth revolves around the sun. The blood is red. Or there are so many things that 2 + 2 becomes 4. So that is true everywhere, all time. So that is not going to be false. Such universal truth you people can express here in simple present tense. Scientific rules, for example, you can just stop here. Maybe like this: the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, something like that you people just need to understand. So here this kind of scientific rules. Boils, what is verb here? Boil. Okay, but here yes is there. Sunrise is verb, so rises becomes here. We'll talk about it later on. So then proverbs and idioms. So all proverbs and idioms will come to know. Good thoughts also will come to know that they are always in simple present tense. So if you understand all these examples and if you're thinking about it, you'll come to know. Now we'll just talk about the structure here that you people are going to tell me. So what kind of structure comes in simple present tense?
Yes plus P1 plus 4.
Yes, first of all, there is going to be subject. Yes means subject, okay. Then there is going to be verb. Verb is going to be in which form here? Yes, first form of verb that we are going to use here. And then you have to tell me what will come after verb.
Object.
Oh, object.
Object, but it is not always object comes, okay. Sometimes it can be subject and V1 also. Okay, for example, he plays. Sentence is only he plays. So that can be a sentence. So object may be there, may not be there. Or it is not object always. Sometimes it can be complement also. Okay, complement means that there is no object, but one word that comes. For example, he is a teacher, or some sentence which are not having object, they have complement. Okay, so it can be complement also. So if you know this structure, now we people just will talk about few examples that you people can tell me of this category or of this subject. Tell me few examples. You make some sentences in simple present and tell me. Very simple. We have done with structure. Subject, you can take anything. For example, Ram, Sham, Rohit, Mohit, Sonu, Monu, Tinku, Pinku, Rinku. Okay, so that can be subject, or you can take pronoun: he, she, it, you, I, we, they. And after that subject, what you are going to use? You are going to use verb. So verb is going to be in which form? That is into first form, and then you can add something. So quickly make some examples. You can tell me. In fact, everybody should tell me one example, different examples that you people can discuss here.
I sing a song.
You guys sing a song or Ram sings a song.
He understands English.
Okay, so here now I think that something we need to understand more here. If subject is third person singular, okay, subject is third person singular. So what is third person singular? If you're going to think about the pronoun which comes he, or it. In that case, what is going to be case? Verb is going to take yes or yes. Okay, verb is going to take yes or yes. For example, here is one example that I got. It says she eat a mango. So is it right or something is missing here?
Missing.
So what is missing here? What should be? So missing here with yes, eats. So it should be she eats a mango. So you know that many people, common mistake that happens. Many people they make mistake here that they forget to use yes or yes to the verb when the subject is third person singular. Okay. So now if I replace she with some noun here, for example, I'm going to use the word Radha. Okay. Now tell me what will be it? Eat or eats here? Radha eat or eats?
It's
If you're going to see Radha eat a mango, that is again going to be wrong. Why? Because it should be Radha is third person singular. For Radha, we can use pronoun she. So here also you're going to add its. Okay. You know that many people they use like this. Go to college. What is wrong with this?
He goes.
Yes, it should be he goes. So that is going to be correct. So all you people remember here that you are not going to make any mistake in this case. When if the subject is third person singular in that case. Okay, additional few more examples. Can you tell me?
I write a letter.
Okay, so that is again I write a letter. So you people know now how you can make sentences like this. So you just try to learn making sentences correctly in simple present tense. Now I'm going to give you people another examples that you people just read them. Then we people will think about those examples. Just read them and just try to tell me whether they are right or they are into simple present or not. Okay, I think that these are enough examples. So what is your opinion? What do you think? These examples. I'm a student. He has a car. She is an engineer. Okay, here engineer. They have a house. Do you go to gym? She buys a pen. Does he learn English? A story is told. Is a letter written? So which tense for all these?
Simple
Sentence.
present.
Present continuous.
Present continuous and simple present. So I got two answers. So I want clarification also. So those who are saying simple present, they will explain me, and those who are talking about continuous, they will tell me how you reached to the conclusion that these particular sentences. So first of all, from one by one, we'll go. I am a student. So is it in simple present tense or present continuous?
Simple present.
Simple present tense. Continuous verb am.
M is there, so continuous. Is it like this?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, problem when we people try to understand tenses with the structure, so that time this problem arises. Okay, so we should not focus more on structure. So structure should be there. We'll just try to learn it, but you know that V1 should be there. V1 should be there. So those who are talking here, this is into simple present tense. So they have to understand here that particular verb form is am, and there is no any main verb after am. Okay, there is no any main verb. Or if you are talking about continuous present, you know that what comes after am or is or are, main verb is in which form? Ing form. Okay, so there is no any ing form with main verb. So this sentence is not in present continuous. This sentence is not in present continuous. This sentence is in which tense? Simple present tense. So what do you say about this second sentence? He has a car. Which is verb in this sentence?
Has.
Has is a verb. So which tense it is?
Present
Perfect.
tense.
Present tense, but which present?
Perfect.
Present perfect. Is everyone has the same answer? Present perfect.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here also you people are facing the issue because you remembered only structure. So you remember only has is there, so it is present perfect. But you have not studied after has what comes. After has what comes. Okay,
ing.
it is not ing. It is V3. Okay, after has there is V3. Main verb is in V3 form. I can give you example like this. So now you just think what is the difference between these two sentences? Here verb is has. So here verb is what?
Has.
Only
Has
has eaten. Okay. So has eaten. After has there is V3 form. Then in that case that is different sentence. But here it is only has. He has a car. So that makes a simple present tense. That is not present perfect. So don't go for structure only, but just try to understand how we can make it. Then she is an engineer. What is verb here?
Is
Is verb and tense
simple present.
simple present. Okay, that's right, because though it is nobody should call it amizar. So present continuous. It is not present continuous because in present continuous, you know what is there? There is ving. Okay, for example, she is,
Ing form.
yes, she is learning English. So is learning, that goes into present continuous. We'll learn it maybe in next slide or next time also. Now pay attention and try to tell me they have a house. So what is verb here?
Have.
Have.
Have is verb and tense
Simple.
Simple present.
simple present. So now here you don't make confusion that here is have. So you are thinking of something else. It is into simple present tense. Why it is into simple present tense? Because after have there is no V3 form, and so it is Simple present tense. Suraj, you can mute yourself. After finished talking, you can mute yourself. Next sentence. Do you go to gym? So what is verb here?
Go.
Go is verb. And is there helping verbs also? Do is also here. So do and go, these two verb forms are here. So now tell me which tense you are going to consider here.
Simple present.
Are you sure about simple present?
Yes, sir. Simple present tense.
Yes, that is simple present tense. Why? Because this is in which form? Interrogative form. This is which form? Interrogative form. This is a question. Okay, so therefore do comes in the beginning, but go is first form of verb, so therefore it is simple present tense. What will be the statement of this? How you can convert it to statement? प्रश्नार्थक वाक्याचं स्टेटमेंट कसं होईल याचं?
You go to gym.
Yes, so you go to gym, that will be the statement. Next sentence, she buys a pen. So which tense, which verb?
Simple present.
Simple present tense.
Simple present tense is here, buy is verb, so therefore it is simple present. Next is, does he learn English? What is verb?
learn,
Learn.
Learn is verb. So tense will be what?
Simple present tense.
Simple present tense.
But now here you are not seeing here yes or yes. He learns is not here. Why it is not he learns English? Because does is used here in the beginning. So therefore here no yes will be there. So does he learn English? That will be okay. Next. A story is told. So what is verb here?
Story.
Told.
Is told.
Okay, so story is not verb here. Is told is verb here. All right. And now tell me what is the tense of this sentence?
Simple.
Simple what?
Past tense.
Simple past?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Simple past tense.
Simple past because there is.
So is comes in the past. Is past or present?
Was, sir, there.
It should be
Present.
Present. Is in present. So it can't be simple past. Okay.
Present past.
So how it is present past? That is not new type of tense.
Continuous, sir. Continuous. Present continuous.
ओके प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस असेल तर आपण बघितलं की क्रियापदाला ING लागतं ना मग
ING
तिथं
नाही.
टेलिंग पाहिजे होतं इज टेलिंग असं पाहिजे होतं ना मग प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस
sentence is incorrect, sir.
वन सेकंड प्लीज हरीश
Sentence is incorrect.
sentence is incorrect. It is correct sentence.
A story was told.
So if a story was told, that is right, then what is wrong with story is told? Both sentences are right. A story was told, that is also right, and a story is told, that is also right. Okay, but you are not able to find it out. You are not thinking. You should think more to find it out. Okay, so I will help you here.
Not a perfect
Was
tense.
told is when we use it in past perfect.
Past perfect. Was told will be past perfect. Then is told, do you mean in present perfect?
Present perfect tense.
I will help you here. I will add something here. Now do you get some clue? A story is told by grandma. Now, does it make any sense? And you are able to identify the tense of this sentence? Or still it is not making? See, verb form is told. And what we people have studied here, only V1. But it is not like that. People need to remember sentences like this also. And this sentence is also into simple present tense. This sentence is also in simple present tense. But why the verb form is told here? Because this sentence is in which voice? Can anybody tell? Which voice? Active voice, passive voice?
Passive.
It is in passive voice. Sentence is in simple present tense, but sentence is in passive voice. So therefore you find it is told, and that is right. Sentence is right. So let's try to make it active. If we make it active, you'll understand it. So can anybody help me here? How to make it active?
Grandma
Grandma.
Grandma,
tell a story.
tell or tells.
Tails.
Tell.
So now you just tell me, grandma tells a story. What is tells here?
Active voice.
Verb.
Okay, so here you'll come to know grandma tells a story, verb is tells, and that is into simple present tense. Okay, so therefore passive of grandma tells a story is told by grandma, and so is told is a right verb form, that is correct, that is into simple present. But what is condition? That is into which voice? Passive voice.
Passive voice.
Yes, that is also people have to understand here. And then let's talk here, is a letter written. What is verb here?
Return.
Only written, or is there any helping verb also?
Letter written.
Is also here, and written is also here. So now you just guess and tell me which tense you are going to give it.
Past tense.
Past. Again, think here, is here. So if there is, how it can be into past? Is in present. We have just
Present tense.
present
Present
tense.
tense.
Which present?
Simple present tense.
How it is simple present? Again, I will help you. You can add here by someone. Okay, by you. Okay, you just try to mention it by you. So that becomes a passive voice, which is in which form? Interrogative form. Okay. So I will just write it here. Is a letter written by you. Okay, so this is a sentence which is in interrogative. Question is here. Okay, and this is in again passive voice. In which voice? Passive voice. So if you convert it into active, how it is going to be? Okay, first of all, we'll make it a statement. First of all, this is in a question, so we'll make it a statement. So how to make a statement? We'll write object in the beginning, that is later. Then what is verb? Is. Then what is main verb?
Written.
Written by you. So now you got it. What you got it? Statement.
Statement.
Okay, so this is which voice? Active voice or passive voice?
Active voice.
Passive.
Passive. Let's make it active. So how it will begin? You. So what is the verb here? Is written is verb. So which verb we need to use here now? Here it is V1. So what is V1 of is written?
Right.
What is object here?
A later.
Later.
So that became now your active sentence. So which tense is here? This is simple present tense. Now you're going to make it into a question. Okay, so here we'll make it question. So what will be the question now of you write a later? It will begin with what? Do you write a later? Okay, so all these sentences, is a letter written by you, a letter is written by you, you write a letter, do you write a letter? All these four sentences are in which tense?
Simple
Present
present.
tense.
simple present tense. Okay, so I hope that you people will try to understand. Any questions? Or is it too difficult to understand? कळत नाही असं होतंय का?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So earlier, you know that what you people might have studied only subject, V1 and object. If you're studying like this, you are going to make mistakes like here. I am a student, you are calling it present continuous. He has a car, you are calling it present perfect, but that is not the case. Okay, so you can note it down or you can take a screenshot and mention somewhere in your notebook. Okay, so we are going to close it here. We are going to stop here. This time is up also, but still there are 4 or 5 minutes. We'll take attendance and we'll stop here. For unit test, you just keep studying whatever people have done. Accordingly, I will just let you know what will be the exact syllabus and how questions will be there. So you don't worry much about the test. Okay. Anuradha Pawar, you have not mentioned your roll number. Anuradha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 absent. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 absent.
No, sir, I am present.
Who is 10?
Lakshman Alchetti.
So why you're not mentioning your roll number? Last time also you did the same. Okay, Lakshman. So 15 absent.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. 15 absent, 16, 17, 18 absent. Then 19, 20, 21 absent. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 absent. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57 absent. 58, 59 absent. So absent numbers for today's class are 15, 18, 21, 50, 57 and 59. And that Anuradha Pawar, she is not listening anything. I think that she is not attentive.
So E21 is present.
So last time also Snehal Indole, you did the same. So just take note of this, okay?
So rename होत नव्हतं.
So where is that Anuradha Pawar? I think that she left. Okay, all right. So absent numbers are 15, 18, 50, 57, 59. Is it clear to you people? If attendance is clear, we will stop sharing the screen. Should I stop sharing the screen? Have you taken a screenshot? You just write it in your notebook. You just try to make more examples, find out more examples, how we can just use different ways of into simple present tense, different examples of habits, daily routines. Try to describe your daily routines. You just try to make variety of sentences, which are repeated actions that people do. More examples of universal truths, scientific rules, proverbs, idioms, good thoughts, etc. And then important, you just go for this kind of variety of different sentences. So should I end this meeting for all?
Yes.
So thank you for joining today and do join for the next session also. Take care.